Welcome everybody to Lockpicking Central. I'm JD and today we are going to go over comb picks and how they work, and we will show you that in this lock. We will go over that first and then we will quickly comb pick these two locks just to show you how quick it is and how vulnerable some locks are to comb picking. And you can actually be surprised as to how many manufacturers leave this pretty big defect, in my opinion, in their locks. So first, let's go over the comb picks. So we have two different kinds here. As you can see, they are not super different. This one is from Sparrows. It's a pretty hardy material. You got teeth, which are evenly spaced out in this one. Depending on them, each one, some of them are differently spaced. So there's that one there. And here is this one. This one is from Lockpicking Lawyer, and it's much sturdier, but it is a pretty, this one isn't super wide, but some of the other ones are very wide and tall, so they won't actually fit into most locks. They'll fit into this one. This one does not have a paracentric keyway, it's just straight in. But something like this, where the keyway is not straight up and down, it's just kind of big. It may still work, and we could try that after I pick it the way I know how to pick it. So now those are your picks. This is just I'm using it as a turning tool for this lock because this little screen door moves around like crazy and I want to make sure it's in the right position. All right, so how does this work? So we have our clear lock here, and in your lock you have your core, which is the front. This little piece right here is going in here. You have your lock bar, you have your lock mechanism, I guess you could say, and you have your pins. So you have key pins and driver pins. So the key pins are the ones that are in the core that match up to your key. The driver pins and the spring is up top. Now, the problem is with most manufacturers is that they leave too much room in here. You can see there is an extreme amount of room in here. So I guess I can kind of show you with just this. It's not going to work as well as this, but I could show you that like the pins moving. So you could see, there we go. The pins, both pins can have more than enough room to fit up inside. And that is a pretty big design flaw. So let's show you how that works. So let's see, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pins, and then the 7th pin is actually holding the core. So we need a 6 pin. So let's see, we got these are our options, because this is a 4, a 5, and then our 6 is here. So let's take a look at these two 6s. You can see they are very close to the same, but there is actually small differences. This one's at more of an angle. Let's see. The teeth look pretty evenly spaced out, but you could tell this one is a little bit more of an angle, and this one is a little bit thicker. So we're going to use this thinner one. So personally, if it's not a paracentric keyway, you can just push up and turn with this tool. If it's a paracentric keyway like this, you can still do it this way, where you go in here, push up on it, and turn, and that will work some of the time. But I find it easier to have a tool like this and a turning wrench, so you could use top of the keyway tension. So instead of having to push up and turn, because you may not be able to set all the pins correctly, all you have to do is just push up and you're turning with this. We don't need that in this plastic one because, well, this is a demonstration lock. It's, well, pretty cheaply made. This whole body is resin, and this actual locking lug is just plastic. So let's go ahead and show you what happens here. So we're going to slide this all the way in until we're hitting all of our pins. And then, as you can tell, when I rock this back and forth, we are pushing up on those pins. So all you have to do is push up on them and turn. Boop, done. They left so much room in there. You can push up on all these pins and they're all get out of the way so easily. And they just put too much room in there. Like, it's just ridiculous how much room is in. I mean, this lock is obviously demonstration purposes, but there's so many that leave so much room in there that comb picking is possible. And to be honest, it's just outrageous. So again, let's just see if we can get a better view here. Okay, so as you can see, let's just bring it back just a smidge. There we go. We are moving all the pins at once. So when I'm pushing up on this, it's moving all the pins. So all we have to do is push up on this. At the same time, we're turning. So we're gonna push up. Oops. Push up and turn. Push up and turn. Push up and turn. Push up and turn. That's all you're doing. So that's the practice lock. I guess we could do it one more time. Yeah, let's do it one more time for you guys, just so you could see how it works. Let's see if we can do it a little bit closer for you guys. Actually, I'm not going to have a good backdrop for it, but let's try it right here. So unfortunately, when you're doing a real lock, you're not going to be able to see this, but this just makes it easier when you do this. So just pushing it up, and then we're going to twist. So as you can tell, it doesn't work every single time. This is just easy way to do it. So that pin was overset. So you don't want to push up so much that all of your pins are like, so this one is not quite long enough to push up the key pins and the driver pins out of the way, but the average lock, you can actually do that. So let's do this. There we go. It's unlocked. Okay. So these, unfortunately, for this lock, I haven't tried it in this dollar store lock, but for this lock in particular, we're going to need these smaller ones. Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. So let's see. We need a 5-pin. Let's try this small one. And then we're going to use this as a tension wrench. So as you can see, you got a 4-pin, a small 5-pin. That's a 4-pin as well. A big 4-pin and a big 5-pin. That's 5-pin, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, okay. So big difference between this 5-pin and this 5-pin. 1, these are smaller teeth. 2, these look like they're a little bit farther spaced apart. They may not be, but it is a big difference as to how big those teeth are. With this, it is a 5-pin, but there's not a lot of room in this core. This is a Master Lock 140. So let's go ahead and slide this in here. It is locked. And what I like to do is this last tooth right here is line it up with that first pin. And you can usually see into most locks, at least when you're practicing. In reality, you know, just practice, 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 because practice makes perfect. So we're going to use top of the keyway tension. I don't think I'm going to be able to show you guys because just doing it like this makes it extremely difficult. But this is how I hold my locks. So I'm just going to push it up and turn, push it up and up. So I'm not turning with the actual the comb pick. I'm actually turning with this turning bar, this tension wrench, because it makes it easier for me. Okay, so we went out of alignment here. There we go. All right, so push up and turn, and we got it. That easy, guys. It's literally that easy with comb picks. Like, you're literally able to push up on all these pins at the exact same time, and they leave so much room in there. I mean, you just saw how quickly that opened. It's kind of crazy, if you ask me. I probably have other locks, but I figured this video was going to be long enough explaining how all this worked. So this is a cheap made in China dollar store lock. Again, it's locked. Let's make sure this is turned all the way the right way. Okay, so oops. There we go. This goes in like this. Let's do, this is a bigger one, so we could probably do this. Let's do this guy. So all we're going to do again is push this all the way in there and push up and push up. There we go. And it's unlocked. I mean, I can't stress this enough as to how much of a flaw this is. Now, I will say the average person probably won't have these just on their pocket if they're trying to break into your locker or your shed or something like that. But it is a design flaw that you may want to consider when purchasing a Master Lock or honestly a lot of products that you don't think about. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you did, make sure you leave a like. And if you're not subscribed, definitely hit that subscribe button down there. That would be big help. And don't forget to leave a comment down below. Let me know what you think. If you need to see something in particular, we do have some other stuff that actually it might be here today. So we do have some more stuff coming in for some new videos for you guys, some different kinds of locks. I'm always trying to bring in new stuff for you guys. So if you're not already on that notification bell, make sure you hit it and have an awesome day. Bye.
Watch me flip that.